Hello. I'm actually looking forward to making one of these videos when the weather's nice and I can have the roof down. Anyway, here we are, it's week 3. The weather is rubbish again. I'm just nipping out to go and do 2 deliveries and I thought I would take you with me. Actually, it's 3. I thought I'd take you with me and we'd have a little chat about how the YouTube channel is going. This week I've been really contemplating, and I think some people might think I'm a bit of a fraud starting a series about monetization when I'm not monetized, but I feel like I can't do this series when I'm already there and kind of look back and try to remember everything. So this series really is for me about capturing the things that I'm doing and how I'm improving, in the hope that I can help somebody else with their channel. I've just had to put my bum warmers on because it's absolutely freezing today. We had some really bad weather a few days ago and apparently it's coming back, or some of it is anyway. So I just want to get out. We were going to go for a walk today and I'm really disappointed because we were going to go out for a little walk around a park, and we are going out later for a Sunday dinner to our favourite pub. So that's really quite nice. So anyway, I wanted to just have a little chat with you about something that happened to me earlier this week. Now, one of my real big problems is vlogging in public, and that is walking around with the camera, pointing it around and talking when there's other people around, but I'm just talking to the camera, and I feel super anxious about this, but I need to practice doing this. And I suppose talking in the car is sort of step 1 of this process, but this week I'm really determined to try and go out in public and do some little mini recordings somehow. I don't know where I'm going to go or what I'm going to talk about, but let me tell you about something that happened to me earlier in this week, because on Monday I was in Birmingham for the Avon conference. And we had 3 great speakers and I was fortunate enough to meet them all. So these 3 speakers, I made loads of notes on my phone and I wanted to talk to you about what they were saying, because some of them gave me some real big aha moments and I feel like it's going to help me with my YouTube channel. So I thought I would share their little nuggets of information with you. The first speaker was a big YouTuber called Louise Pentland. She was just brilliant. And the main thing she was saying is, it's best to be the best version of yourself than to try and copy somebody else, because we look at these people and we think, oh, I'm going to try and do it like them, but they've been mastering who they are. That was a real big aha moment for me. When you stop trying to be other people and you try and be the best version of you, it really is a big game changer. The next piece of advice that she gave was, when you're talking to camera, is to talk as if you're talking to somebody on FaceTime. Now, that's really great advice, but sometimes it's just knowing that there's somebody there listening or somebody talking back. So while that's great advice, it's quite difficult to get your head around and to practice. So that's what I'm going to try and do today, is try and pretend that you're on FaceTime and I'm just whittering away and chatting to you. Now, she also said that lighting and framing and sound does matter. I'm just going to check my microphone's on. Yes, it is. I struggle with lighting, as you know, and part of being monetized for me is going to be about getting my lighting right. I am going to try and sort that out in the meantime, but I am aware that I possibly need to buy some lights, because I've got ring lights, but they're not good when you're a glasses wearer, so I really need to sort my light. The other piece of advice that she gave that really resonated with me was, don't dwell on what goes wrong, because people probably don't even know anyway. So, you know, just kind of pull yourself together and just get on with it. So, but she was a really good speaker, and yeah, she had notes on her phone and she's on the stage and she's going, right, I'm just going to use my notes, hope that's okay. And yeah, it totally was, but she was really lovely, and went and had my picky talk with her after and had a little chat, and yeah, she was just absolutely adorable. The second speaker was a guy called Geoff Ramm, who I've read his book and it's called Celebrity Service, and it's a really great read, especially if you're in customer service or you deal with people. Now, I'm not completely sure how I'm gonna turn this around on a YouTube channel. I've absolutely no idea, but some of the stuff that he shows you really makes you stop and think. Yeah, but his books are a great read, and he's really, really funny. He spoke at our conference for over an hour and he was just absolutely brilliant, and I think he even got a standing ovation. And the thing that I took away from his talk is that sometimes we do have to look over and watch back things and think about how we can make it better. So, for example, some businesses might put signs in the window that might appear to be like negative, like, oh, don't come in here and don't do this and don't do that. But until somebody steps back and looks at that and sees that it's not the greatest welcome, you know, you probably wouldn't realise. So I think for me, I need to watch things back and see sometimes like how you come across, because sometimes I watch things and I go, oh God, especially when I'm editing, I'm like, no. So reviewing your stuff is quite good to do that. And also remembering that sometimes just the simplest things can have the biggest impact. Flipping heck, Sunday and Royal Mail are out. Wow. So the third speaker was Sara Davies off Dragon's Den, and I love Sara Davies. She's just absolutely lovely, so down to earth, and I'm fortunate that I've worked with Sara within my business, within my Avon business this last year. I was fortunate to win lunch at the conference with her last year, and she was just really, really lovely. And then moving forward, the last 12 months, I've also been in a small exclusive mentoring group with Sara, and that's really good. And one of the best bits of advice that she ever gives is that if you want to be mentored by somebody, the best thing you can do is to listen to books. So if you want Sara Davies to mentor you, but obviously she's not available to mentor you because she's a very, very busy woman, then, you know, download an audiobook and get her in your head. Listen to podcasts. Sara's even got a YouTube channel and she's just launching a new book. We were very fortunate that we all got a signed copy, which was just really lovely because there was about 600 delegates at this conference, and the night before, Sara Davies had sat down and signed 600 books. So this new book that she's launching is called The 6-Minute Entrepreneur, and there's some of these videos on her YouTube channel, and basically it's 52 lessons, so one lesson a week, and it's just a 6-minute read. So I think I'm going to make a start tomorrow, not today. Who starts anything on a Sunday? Everybody starts things on a Monday. So I think I'm going to start reading my first chapter of that tomorrow. So I'm going to pop that next to my bed. I'm going to get a highlighter and I'm going to read that every night, one lesson before I go to sleep. I'm going to highlight or underline anything that I think is relevant, you know, or that I might want to talk to you about. That might be relevant to growing a YouTube channel. I don't know. You never know what might come up, really, do you? One of the other things that Sara talks about is something called imposter syndrome, and a lot of this is in our head and we imagine what other people are thinking and saying. Now, one of my mantras has always been other people's opinion of me is none of my business, and sometimes I feel I have to repeat that over and over in my head because it doesn't really matter what anybody else thinks, because you're just kind of creating scenarios in your head that haven't even existed or don't exist. So imposter syndrome and feeling like you don't belong there. And I suppose for me with this YouTube channel, I do feel like a bit of an imposter because I've never monetized a YouTube channel before, but I think it's really important that at this stage, me talking about it and what I'm going through and what I'm trying to do to make it better, I think it's really important that I start off from a place of I'm not. Otherwise, if I started this channel saying I've got monetized, how would you know my experience? How would you know what I've been through? You wouldn't really know, but at least me vlogging about it every week, you can see the struggles. So, you know, if it's not going fast enough for you, you can kind of go, well, it's not going fast enough for Lisa either, or this is what she's done and these are the results that she's getting. But I feel like if I didn't start it, then I would forget, or I wouldn't really know kind of where I was up to with it all. Why am I so bad with directions? I'm in the wrong lane. I go down this road pretty much every day. one of the things that Sara Davies says is to kind of know, my hair is everywhere, so windy. One of the things she says is know what you're good at and do more of that. So for example, if you're not good at doing your accounts, get someone else to do it. You know, if you're not good at, I don't know if I got the right way here. Yeah. Honestly, really not going far. Honestly. Why am I so bad at directions? So focus on the things you're good at. So having those 3 speakers at the conference, do you know what? It does really give you a good mood boost. Now, last week, I had a problem with some of my videos because one of the videos that I recorded, it was a little bit like this one, and I was getting in and out of the car and I was doing like some speedy up sections. And when I came to uploading it that night, I just really struggled. But I had a problem the week before, and what I ended up doing was taking all of these sections out of the video and downloading them again. Now, I feel like my editing is getting better. I feel like I'm better at editing out the gaps and the ums and the ands and the so. But honestly, it's just these words that fill in these big gaps. It's just really weird. Right, I'm going down here. So anyway, I had to delete all of these speedy up sections out, and then I downloaded the file and I uploaded it, and that was that. But then I kept making mistakes and I was rushing, and I actually didn't finish doing it till about 2:30 Saturday morning, and we were going away on Sunday, like after lunch kind of thing. But what I do when my videos go up, I always just watch them like on double speed or something, just quickly through, just to make sure that there are no problems. And thank God I did, because for some reason the end of the video was missing about, I don't know, about 5 minutes, and I don't know what had happened, and I thought part of me had possibly deleted the end sections of the video. Yeah, I thought I'd deleted them and then I downloaded it wrong. So what I did was I think I made it not public. I'm not sure what it's called. Private. I made it private, and I just left the other two videos on. One of my videos that I posted last week, there was 3. One was about my new job, one was about some knives, and another one was is my monetization one. Yeah, I had to, when I got home on the Tuesday, I had to double check the file. So I went back in, it was still all in my iMovie. I rechecked it and it was all there. So I don't really know what had happened, whether it was an issue with the upload, but I re-uploaded it, changed everything. But even still, that video week 2, I don't even think it's had 100 views on it. So some of the videos this week have done really well. My one about the new job has, my one about the knives hasn't, and my week 2 monetization hasn't really done very well either. But you know, it's early days for this playlist, so, and it is more of a record for me going along and kind of what I've learned. I feel like I've come to a bit of a crossroads with iMovie, and I don't know whether I need to move on to something else. I've heard of one called Riverside that I think I might have a go at editing in that software. I think it is free, but there is a paid like version that you can use. So I think I might give Riverside a bit of a look over and see, can I do a better job at editing in that. So I'm off work tomorrow, which is Monday. I'm meeting a friend for lunch, and hopefully I can get this video edited and up by maybe tomorrow. I have got another video that I'm in the process of filming, and that's a little bit of a weekend vlog and how I'm managing my work during the week and how I'm managing all my other side hustles around that, which is my Avon and my YouTube and other things that I do as well. So I'm just trying to sort of find a groove and a pattern to fit in, but I'm very conscious that I'm going away in 3 weeks, 3 weeks today, and I probably need to get a couple of videos recorded to keep that momentum going, because I feel like if I stop, and I can see this on my analytics, if I don't post for a week or 10 days, it does dip down again. So I need to try and keep that momentum going up a little bit as well. What I'm going to video, what I'm going to record and put in, I'm really not sure, because I can't talk about my statistics with my channel, because, well, I won't know them. I'll just be making it all up. I'm not doing that. So later on, when I get home, I'm going to talk a little bit about some analytics from my channel this week. I'm going to talk about that particular video, which I think's done really well this week, which is the one about starting a job when you're older. I've done it again, haven't I? I've gone in with my microphone on. Do you know what? They're so lovely in that post office. It's they're just, honestly, customer service in there, they're just so friendly. Just really, really, everybody is. They're just really, really nice in there. So I am by no means an expert in monetizing a YouTube channel, but I hope that this video brings you some sort of comfort if you're on this journey as well, or you're thinking about it. And for me, all I'm trying to do every week is improve and look at them statistics as well. I also did say I was going to do 2 reels a week, and I've failed at that this week. Yeah, I just think it's because I was just being away. I was just more focused on getting 3 videos up. Anyway, that is me, nearly over and out. So please join me at home in the study, and I'm going to be going through with you my analytics. I'll show you the analytics behind my best performing video this week, and also how many new subscribers I've got, and watch time hours, and how much that's up by. What I did do was I looked at the 4,000 watch time hours, and I divided that by 52 and worked it out how many I need roughly a week. And I've also got the 1,000 subscribers that I need and divided that by 52, and I'll share those results. Now I think I'm too far away. I have this thing on the wall. Can you see it there? It's like that black thing. So when I open my car door, it hits that. So when I get out, it doesn't hit the wall. Some friends of ours had it on their wall, and they had a pool noodle, and I thought it was such a great idea. Anyway, Jeb made me this one, and he's kind of stuck it on. I don't know how, because it's on bricks, but it works. So that's all that matters. Sometimes when it's really windy, the car door can take off, can't it? Anyway, that is me for the car. Join me over in a second in the study. Earlier in the week, I received a notification to say that I'd hit 30,000 views on my videos, and I thought, wow, that's quite exciting. Yeah, I feel like I'm nearing the halfway point now. So new achievement, 30,000 views on the videos, and I'm quite excited about that, really. I think it's quite an achievement, because I think so much emphasis is placed on subscriber count, and while yes, it's important, I think it's more important to get views and watch time hours, so I'm really pleased about that one. This video was called New Job at 53, Too Old to Start Over. So here's the analytics on this one. So it started off probably a little bit slowly, but it kind of then had a bit of an increase, and now it's flattened off. But it has reached 1,200 views, and so far it's got 84.9 watch time hours, and from that one video I got 11 new subscribers. I think it's really important to share these analytics, because the bulk of these watch time hours probably makes up just slightly over half of my watch time hours increase this week, and also over half of my new subscribers. My aim, even with social media, and whether this is right or not, I don't know. If I've got 400 followers, I like to try and get my reach to 800. So I always like to double it. So with this one, my followers last week were 420. with this getting a reach of 1.2 thousand views, I was quite pleased with that. It doesn't always work with everything. Sometimes they completely miss. I had 2 other videos this week and I don't even think they got very far at all. One was my week 2 monetization and my other video was about KitchenAid knives that I'd just had delivered. So of the 3 videos I published last week, this one was probably the most successful out of the 3. So this video shows my eligibility for monetization. There are 2 parts to monetization, and this is the one that I'm striving to achieve. So I need to get 1,000 subscribers and I'm currently sitting at 439, which this week is an increase of 19. My watch time hours has increased this week by 147. So last week it was sat at 2,092 and this week we are at 2,239. So we're up 147 hours of watch time, which if we go back to the previous slide, 84, well, nearly 85 hours of that 147 is from one video. If you take that 4,000 watch time hours and break that down into weeks, it works out at about 77 hours a week. So we are on track for that. If we take the 1,000 subscribers and divide that by 52, we're looking at we needing about 19 to 20 subscribers a week. Now, we do lose some along the way. Some weeks we don't get that every week, but this week I have had bang on 19. So in theory, it's been quite a good week. So I would say we're doing well and we're kind of on track. So when I started this channel in August, the halfway point for me is going to be the end of January. So I feel like I'm finding my feet with it a little bit now and I kind of know what I have to do now. I'm breaking all them goals down. And like I said before, a lot of people focus very heavily and ask for subscribers. If you want